Welcome to Tanakh Talk. I'm your host, William Hall, broadcasting live from Kingsland, Texas, USA, with our first episode, technically, of Learn Biblical Hebrew with Joseph Mova, a dear friend. Welcome back. Don't smoke crack, Mova. I can't say that everywhere I go, so I have to fit it in from time to time just because it's stuck in my head. But it is great advice, and everybody should know this. So, welcome back, my friend. How are you today?
Thank God, great. Dealing with a lot of rain.
You're getting rain, you said?
Yeah, around here, heavy rains.
Oh, wow. And you're also, from what I understand, you're getting a lot of heavy rain in your email inbox, which was very interesting. So I want to start the show off myself by saying something that it's a positive thing, but it also was quite surprising as well. By the way, Arabe, good to see you. Thank you all. In fact, let me wait for a few minutes to give people time to chime in here to get actually logged in. Happy Bergner, don't smoke anything. Hey, I agree. That's funny. So sitting tight, Leanne or Liane, please, I'm not sure how to say your name, but hello, welcome to the show. Nice to see you here. I'm going to wait to say what I was going to say for about 5 or 10 minutes. I want to make sure everybody, there's about 25 people in right now. Derek, welcome. Cole, welcome. Last time we had, I think we had probably close to 100 live viewers, and then the show after and post gained a lot of traction, a lot more than you and I anticipated. So, Bazinla, I think I said that right. Terry, welcome. So the idea from the very beginning was that, because most Hebrew teachers, or most school teachers even, they think 25, 30 students is kind of like a common size for their classroom. And realistically, you would kind of think that would be kind of the flow as well. And so originally, in your kindness, you set the thing up that you're going to send people like books and stuff like that, anticipating maybe 25, 50 people, whatever. But you've got well over 300 or 400 people, from what I understand, looking for these resources. And for starters, I don't know how that's even possible. Somebody's calling in. This is not. I'm gonna let that go. In fact, I need to log off because this show for now is not going to be calling until the last 15 minutes. So, good Lord, my phone's going nuts. Of course it was. I haven't had a phone call all day long, and now that we're starting a show, it's getting very busy. Okay, you won't hear it again. It's all good.
That's how it usually is.
End of the day, Ben Mello, good to see you. Wayne, awesome. Good to see you guys here. There's 30 in board now. So the reality of it is this. Sending books to 20 or 30 people, 40 people, even 50 is achievable. Sending them to 200 to 300, 400 people, that's not realistic. Unless there's a huge source of donations coming in to pay for those. So Joseph has...
Not only that, the stock of it. There's not many stock of it.
Oh, they don't actually have that much resources.
I called up to ask. They only had like 12 of them left.
Oh, wow. Okay, gotcha. So you came up with a good idea. You came up with a plan to where you can just send them... You're going to create things and just send them via email, right? And so I think that's probably...
not going to email things be more tricky. I'd rather make a link, like on a send space, and have them. You could post it, like have a link posted, and they could just all download it.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea too. Oh yeah,
that'd be easier because the email is going to take forever. That's going to be way easier.
That's
email. I could just do questions if someone has a question about something.
Okay. Yeah, I like that idea. That's actually very smart. Very smart. Okay, so Paul Brill, welcome. Devarim, good to see you. Very nice. Okay, so we're ready to roll. Okay, so moving forward. So I'm going to turn this over to you. If you want to, go ahead and when you're ready. Actually, I'm going to just stay with me for a minute. You can kind of prep the class for what you're fixing to do, and then in a few minutes we'll switch screens for you so you can put your teachings up after you finish. Let them know what's going to happen, and then we're going to give you the platform. All right.
All right.
Gail, welcome. Fresh, welcome. Good to see you guys. Get ready to learn some good biblical Hebrew. Here we go. And by the way, there's 32 current viewers, and you haven't seen it long enough to like it yet, but I guarantee you there's not a love button on there, and there should be, because you're going to love the class, no doubt. So, Mr. Mova, what is our
Yep.
goal for tonight?
So today, basically, we're going to go over, I want you guys to get with every single letter in the alphabet. There's different types of ways to draw, to write out the actual words. I'm going to show you the way that you would actually see it in the Bible, that way. The script way will do as well, not right now, the second though, but the most familiar, you guys understand what the letter looks like. And we're going to go through a little more in detail, probably up to the first 10 letters for the first class. I'm going to teach you guys all the vowels, which vowels go where, what each sound sounds like on when a vowel is there. And it's all going to, it sounds very confusing, but trust me, it's not. I even have evidence. I was telling William before, you can't see my screen, right? Right now you could.
Not yet. You can start sharing whenever you're ready.
All right, I have to share it. All right, we're good.
Okay, very good. And now I've got to, let me crop you again. Okay, now just make full screen whatever it is you want to share, and I'm going to take care of the rest.
The first thing I want to show them was this. That is my child.
Okay, hold on one second.
7 years.
I've got to fix that. 1 second. By the way, that was really cute. So how old is she?
7.
7 years old. Cool. And that's awesome. That's awesome.
So she came home today, and this is the first thing she did. She did this in less than like 10 seconds.
Oh, and that's actually script, right?
Yep. So I'm
Yep.
saying, I wanted to show you guys, if a child is doing this, trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, all you guys will be able to do the same thing. Because I'm
Right
going to go in this, learning it is the same way I'm going to be teaching it.
Excellent. Very good.
It's important to know that. I want everyone to feel not to be nervous at all. Languages are hard, but at the end of the day, if you put a lot of practice in, then you'll be able to understand it all.
Very nice.
So,
Very nice. Okay, so I can see your screen quite well. You're doing good. I don't know why my screen is giving this weird transition between my slides. Maybe I'll do smooth instead. Okay. All right. So I will see. It just did it again. So guys, if you're watching this, if you see that the screen disappear before it changes, don't know why it's doing that. That's not me trying to be clever. It's just being retarded. So I'll just do cut. That's what I'll do. That'll just be an instant flitch over. Okay, so I've got to get you back in the screen, and there you are. Okay, all right, so whenever you're ready, Joseph, please go ahead, and I'm going to mute my mic so you can't hear me sneeze or cough or anything crazy like that, okay?
First, I'm going to ask a question. Someone asked what's the difference between biblical Hebrew has like 8,000 words, and regular Hebrew has like over 25,000. So it's a big difference.
Wow.
Between the two, right then and there. So, okay, we're going to start off right now. The Hebrew alphabet is basically Aleph, Bet, is A-B. Same concept where we get the word alphabet from. People say it's from Greek, whatever it is. These things you see over here, these little shapes, every single letter in Hebrew is pronounced and said a certain way. Each letter, whatever it has under it, gives it actual different meaning, right? A different sound. And you don't have to understand all these right now. I just want you to look at it. Eventually, you can actually understand how to do all of it. You understand how to read everything with any symbol under it. See, see that? A, see, all these sounds under it. I have a lesson prepared it's going to show examples of actual words that are going to have it and how you change it. And okay.
So all these are vowel pointers, which you will not find in an Israeli newspaper. You will find just the actual Hebrew text only. So these are training wheels, basically.
Yeah, but they're not going to need that eventually. Once you see the words and you get used to it, you can be able to read without it.
Got it. Cool.
Okay. So first, I'm going to do is I want you to see what every single letter looks like right over there.
All right.
I'm going to go through actually pronounce the letters.
Okay.
And what I want people to do, if it's possible, see this is right here is a script way right next to it. You see both, but focus on the bigger letters for now. Okay, so
very good.
What I want you to do on your actual cards is to take. I would guess today we could just do 1 through 10, which is the first 10 letters that we're going to see. I want you down, and I want you to. If you have issues writing it, I'm going to have. Will, do you think you want to discuss the other thing that I have, the other thing I created? So if someone on something, have they come check stuff there on the other channel?
Yeah, so that was actually a really good idea, by the way. So
That's important. I want
you
them to
guys,
understand that right away.
yeah.
So they know.
So if you guys, as you're moving along, if you're finding that some areas of this are being a little difficult to follow, first of all, don't be discouraged because all the videos are being recorded, and you can go back and rewatch them, and you can even speed them up, slow them down, pause as you learn. But if that's still not helping for you, Joseph has another YouTube channel that he created specifically for you, so that he can actually deal with you guys more on a one-on-one basis and give you the extra care you need to be able to make sure that you're having all your questions answered. Because the question you might have on this platform, maybe it's super complicated for everybody else, or maybe it's super elementary. Either way, this will give him an opportunity to answer them to you directly and without impacting the other viewers in a positive or negative way. So, very good.
Okay, so now I just want you guys to look at just this is the point of today is just to look what each letter looks like, what the shapes looks like. The point of your cards are that you can actually write down each letter. Like the first letter you see would be Aleph. It says in English. In Hebrew it's Aleph. Like that you see Bet and Vet. There's a reason why I'm explaining that very shortly. Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Tet, and Yud. Up till today, we're teaching you guys 10. Everything.
So this is the first line plus the first one on the second line.
That's equivalent to 1 through 10.
Very good.
So I wanted to explain something. In Hebrew, every single letter has a numerical value, right? Aleph would be 1, which we can actually go on to the next part. This is when I'm everything. The basic. Where is it? Right over there. You see it?
Oh, nice. Yep. Very good.
Okay. Why is it not stopping with the mouse?
I think it's clicking through it looks like. Federici, good to see you again. Michael Dant, welcome. Razel, Paul Wang, Michael Arlen, Sharon Nix, good to see you all.
That sucks. All right. So you see, the first is Aleph. And Aleph is equivalent to the A sound in the English alphabet, so you guys are familiarized with it. And the numerical value of it is number 1. Okay. This is a passage from the Torah, right? And I'll show if you see that everything that's purple is the letter that I'm going to explain how it sounds differently. So the first word is Bereshit, then right bara. When the Aleph has these little symbols under it, like this sound right here is an S sound, and this is a S.
Shva, right?
Right. So every single time you see the letter in a different part of the word, it could actually sound different. Sometimes letters are silent in the actual language, and sometimes they're like overpowered. But the main focus on the letter is the sound Aleph is for Aleph.
Now, but the Aleph itself is technically, the Aleph and Ayin are basically silent, right? For the most part.
Yeah, correct.
Like a breath. You could almost say they're kind of like a breathy.
Like bara at the end.
Gotcha. But doesn't the chamatz underneath the resh make the ah sound?
Yes.
Granted, you don't see that.
It does the same, but exactly. And this makes the sound.
Okay.
But we're not. There's a different. I don't want to confuse people. I want to stick to each letter.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
For every letter that we have over here.
For first of all, for everybody watching, understand too that I'm learning this as well. So I may ask a lot of questions that you may have, not because I'm trying to create content, but because I genuinely don't know the answer to that either. So this is a good learning curve for me as well.
Correct. And it's the sound. I'm sorry, it's not the S sound. I was reading this letter. The Aleph is the sound. All right. Next letter is Bet, right? Bet actually could be pronounced 2 ways. You have the Sephardic. Sephardic people don't even have they just say Bet. They don't even have the V sound. I don't know if you guys know that, but that's why you'll see a B and a V. It could be if it has a dagesh would be the dot in the middle, which I believe is over there. See that? So it's a B sound.
Okay.
And it also means Bet, if you write it out the way it was before, it actually means house.
Right.
See, so even though the letters themselves have an actual translation for themselves, but you have to understand that when the letter has certain little symbols inside them, it means different, which is very important for contextual reasons and very important for just knowing how to actually read the language. I know a lot of you are looking at this probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But eventually, the goal is that you will understand all this. That's why when we're going through it at your pace, actually, I'm just going through now. If anyone gets confused or with anything and you get stuck on something, just ask and don't be scared to ask. I want everyone to understand it. All right. So bet would be also, it's the equivalent of number of the B sound. And if you see over here, see the B, that would be the B sound, and the V is without the dot. So see, bayom would be the B. Valayla, see, there's no dot in the middle. That would make the V sound. That's how you differentiate between that letter, which sound it makes.
Right. So the same letter, the same shape of that letter,
exactly,
with or without the dot, makes two
the
different
dot is a
two different
dagesh.
sounds.
Always say what they're called.
Beged Kempet letters, right?
Which the vowel part of it?
No, the actual dot part.
What's up?
So the dot part in the center is called the dagesh, right?
Correct.
And there's Beged Kempet letters, right? So there's like 6 letters that will contain those, right?
Yes.
And as you see those, it changes the way that letter is spoken. Is that right?
It's the sound that comes out of it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
See, so like this would be reading William Shol, Bayom, Uvalayla, right?
Yep.
This is the end of the day, and this is Valayla. It's funny. See, for the daytime it's Ba, and for the nighttime it's in that. You see, it's exactly Va, and then the Lamad's got it.
So it's like a B sound or a V sound, right? Got it. Okay. Cool.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Let me continue. Okay. Next letter, which is the third letter of the alphabet, is the Gimel.
Okay.
Right? The Gimel would be the equivalent, the numerical value in Hebrew would be number 3. And the sound that it makes is G. Like the G sound, I guess. That's what we'd be comparable in our language, in English.
Right. That's cool.
Just if you're familiar with that.
Yep.
So, getting back to something, guys. When I told you guys to make flashcards, I want you to actually make this flashcard should look like this. You should write, if someone's not good at tracing stuff, but try it as best as you can. I'll give you guys actual something that you can copy off of, just so you get familiar with it. And I want you to write basically this page, right? This should be what your index card looks like to go over.
So you have a large letter, and then
Exactly.
a sample word, and then the number value, and then the equivalent American. Okay.
No, this is not the sample word. The letter under is actually what this.
I just saw that. Sorry, I don't have it zoomed in enough to see that.
So this actually says Gimal. See?
Got it. Yep, I see it now.
When you read it across,
I wasn't zoomed in.
That's the actual letter. That's the actual way you say the word itself.
Now, can I make a clarification for a specific person? So, if you're drawing these out, the crowns on top, the 3 dots with the 3 lines that look like antennas, you don't need to have those included. Those are decorative things that they include on a Torah scroll. You don't need those things. But the main core of the letter itself, which is the thick part, that's going to be your main focus of the letter. So you won't see the crowns like in a newspaper or a magazine in Israel. That's only in a Torah scroll.
Luz, by the way, Luz Magali, that's what the whole purpose of me creating that channel was, to do exactly what you're asking, because there's only so much I could do. Here I can't stop and break down to do all that. It would take days to do that. I would take up William's whole channel like that. I don't know if he has time for that, but that's why I created the next channel, to do stuff exactly what you're asking. I could show you guys there how to write it, how to do that. That'll be more of a one-on-one thing to help you guys out. This is just teach the language. If you need more help, that's what that will be there for.
Right.
All right. But getting back to what I was saying, this is what I want the index cards to have for all the letters. You actually have this is going to be saved, so you can go back and see all of them, copy it, or if you need me to send it to you, I'll put a link up and you can go download it. But I want you to write the actual letter, the way it looks, the gimel, the way you see it there, the number 3, and the G sound. There's a reason why, and this is for your memory of how you can actually picture it from the way your brain works. I'll explain that further a little later on, but trust me on this. That's what you should do. And
to clarify too, Lowe's as well. Right now, it kind of is going over just the alphabet, but right now we're on the 3rd letter. So as you watch. Just try to be patient, and you'll see there's a method to. I used to call it the method to the madness. This isn't madness, but you'll see the method as it flows along. Okay. Joseph, what is your YouTube channel name that you'll be doing?
The one I just made. I
Yes,
sent
sir.
it and sent it to you.
Can you put it? Can you put it in the chat message real fast? If you don't
Hold on
mind.
a second. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That way everybody's got it there. You sent it to me, but I don't. It's actually on my phone. So,
Yeah, I got you.
Dave Marshall, that's funny. Oh, Luz, you're very welcome. No problem at all. Good suggestions as well, for sure. And the thing about it is to keep in mind is everybody has a different way of learning. I myself am self-taught in Hebrew, which is probably why I still don't have it to a fluent mechanism just yet. But everybody learns differently. So what will work good for one may not work as good for another. So we're going to kind of take all y'all's feedback, and between the two channels, it'll be a nice buffer zone. So we'll do some of the basic core principles on mine and the zoomed in details on the other channels. So no problem at all.
Hold on one second.
Very good. That's okay.
Whoever got an email from you, by the way, from the email address that you emailed, you could actually, in that email, if you go into the description of it, the link is in that.
Actually, why don't you go ahead and teach then, and let me go ahead and I'll copy that and put it in the chat for you.
It's already fun. I already have it.
Did something I shouldn't have done. There we go. I covered up your Hebrew. All right, so there we go.
I just emailed it to you, William.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll look it up myself and I'll put it in chat for you. So go ahead with your lesson, and I'll put it back full screen.
All right.
All right, it's all you.
So you got that? Perfect. Let me get back to this.
Yep.
All right, so let's get back to this. So this is the third letter, which is Gimel. As I was saying, it would be in our language, it would be the G sound, which would be G for Gimel. Remember, when you focus on the actual words, to actually look at the shape of the words and the sound that it makes. You know what I'm saying? That's important that you guys, because the more that you get familiar with that,
The shape
the
of the
actual
letter,
words,
right.
the shape of the word, and see what they're like, you'll know that, that's the G sound. You'll understand it more knowing that in our alphabet.
To clarify, the shape of the letter, not the word.
I said word?
Yeah.
Sorry, letter,
okay.
my bad.
That's okay.
I meant word.
You're good.
Okay, so here we have in an actual passage. You see, I'm showing you, the reason why I'm showing you guys, you're wondering why I'm showing you these words, these little passage words over here, so exactly what I was just mentioning before, how I want you guys to get familiar with the way the word looks somewhere. So when you see it, I know that word, I just learned it, it was a Gimel sound. See what I'm saying? So even though you don't understand this right now, don't worry about that. That's not the point. The point is that as you see, this is in the actual way it's written in the Torah, this is the way you're going to see it. So that's why I want you guys to actually remember try to just focus on the word, the actual shape looks like. So you see here we have over here in the middle, you see it's Es Hama'or Hagadol. And you see over here, which again we'll go over this later, this is the vowel sound of the and it's got the gesh in the middle and makes the G sound. The fourth letter is Dalid, right, which would be the numerical value number 4. In our language, it would be the letter D. So you see, when you write this down on your thing, you make a Dalid. Sort of looks like a 7 in a way, I guess. Oh wow, lightning, great. And the numerical value of it is number 4, and the sound it makes is D, like the D sound. And it's funny, you see, like this is actually how it's spelled out. Dalid Lamed Tet, which would be Dalid, right? It actually means door, believe it or not. See, so every single word, some of them don't have meaning to it, some do, but every single word that you have is actually any letter you say in Hebrew could actually be written out. So I'll give you an example. Like if you say G, how would you spell the letter G to somebody? If you wanted to understand how it sounded, you spell it probably G-E-E, right? Or G-E-A. Yeah, G-E-E. Same concept. That's what this is the same. When you look at this over here, that's the same concept as that. So when you take an English letter, or like you write D, you write D-E-E for D, right? So that's what this is in the middle. Just so if everyone's clear with that, that's probably an easy way to understand what that is.
Hey, real quick,
here,
what email address did you send that link to?
You know what? I have a better idea, William. Check this out.
Did you send it on Skype or in an email?
Just check your text. There you go. That's it. That's the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
Just forward you. You don't have to take care of that from there, right? You got it.
Let's see here. I'll tell you in just a minute. You said, did you send it just now to text message or to email?
Yeah, I texted it to you.
Okay, cool. That'll work.
So you have it.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
All right, perfect. So now we have the letter Dalet in here, and as you see it, I want you to get familiar with it the way it looks like in the actual sentence and word. You see, so Vayehi Mavdil, that's the D sound, which would be Dalet, right in the middle, in Mayim Lamayim, between water and water. But eventually, you will be able to read all this, and I'm going to make the main goal is, like I said, I don't want you guys to get nervous or anything. Like, I don't understand what's going on. This is just going to be, we're just going over certain stuff. This is a process of doing this. And this is the way I've taught people how to read, and it's worked many times. Next letter we have is the fifth letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which would be Hey. Right? Which would be the numerical value of 5. The sound we have would be H. All right? And this in the middle spells Hey. You guys are probably familiar. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with these two letters over here. It's usually when they write the creator's name, they usually write it like that, the two yuds. So I'm sure a lot of you, anyone who has some familiarity with it, would probably recognize that word, that letter, which is the last one we're going to be learning today. So we have that in the sentence here. Haaretz hayta tahu b'vahu. So you see the hey right here. We have one here. We have the actual vowel sound under it. So remember, familiarize yourself with the way the letters look. That's the point of today. The sixth letter is Vav. It would be the sound in our language, in English, would be the V sound, the V sound. Numerical value 6. See it over here, it's all highlighted. That's the way you would see it when you read in the actual in the Torah itself. This is the way you would actually see the letters. So it would be Vayehi, Vayehi, and Vayehi again. This is Erev and Boker, but that's just, I want you to focus on the Va, where they actually are. The next letter we have is Zayin. The middle is how it's spelled. Zayin, numerical value 7. Z, Z, it's a Z sound in our alphabet. So whenever you see this letter, you should always think of the Z, Z. That's the reason why it's important when you write them down. And like on the flash, you would see the actual the letter that it's in the Torah and the letter that you understand it in most. That's how I'll help you. Eventually, I'm going to show you guys how to use that and how to put it together, and then you'll be actually able to read sooner than you think when doing it this way. So, we have the passage over here by Omer Elohim to the Haaretz, the Esev, Mazria, and Zera. See the two actual letters is right here, the Zayin. So Mazria is Z and Zera. So, a lot of you are probably still wondering what these little dots are. After I'm done with showing you the first 10 letters, I'm going to go back and I'm going to explain how all these little dots under them make a sound. But the reason why I'm not showing that first is to actually want you guys, like I said, most important. I'm not going to stress this more enough to familiarize yourself with the shape of the letter and with the sound of the letter. That's the most important thing to do first before anything. Okay, we got the next letter, which is Chet, would be number 8. And okay, this letter is actually a funny letter because this is one of the only letters that, if you're not born into this language. Most people say like Hanukkah. You never hear people say that? They say Hanukkah or stuff like Hala, this is a guttural sound. It's hard to pronounce, but if you could do it, it would be, I guess, CH would be the sound. It'd be you have to make it's like having fun. Like it'd be chet, not het, chet.
So it's like if you had if you just drank a soda pop and the syrup is in the back, you're trying to clear your throat.
Exactly. It's
right?
guttural. You have
Yeah.
to use anyone who knows anything to do with singing and stuff. You have to use like your when you say the letters, it comes from the actual throat to make it sound like het, like that. It's a ch, but it's not ch. It's ch. That's the sound that it makes. This is probably the hardest letter to teach, to be honest. The chet. There's a few others like this, but this is like it's harder for people to get this one right. But eventually, I think if they keep practicing, they'll get it. It's a numerical value 8, and I guess ch would be the closest thing it would be in English, because there is no actual English way of saying this letter. So that's why this one's a little confusing. The other ones had like the vav had the v, Zion had the z. This one doesn't have a letter in our language, so it's something that you just have to be patient with, and you'll get it. I'll work on it with you guys. That's the letter chet, which means sin, believe it or not. Maybe that's why it's not there. You got it. If you actually read that, it means chet. If the definition of that word means sin. So vayomer Elohim ikaru hamayim mitachat. Right there, the chet mitachat hashemayim el makom. So the chet mitachat. That's the word I want you to focus on.
Okay,
next letter.
Just a real quick heads up, Joseph. So the channel, I can't find the actual channel. The link you sent me does work, but when I manually type it in, that's why I need you to send me the link via email, not chat, because I can't paste it in YouTube. I don't think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but it actually came up. As several other people said they can't find it. One of them said it took them to a ladies' teaching channel or something. I'm not sure.
What?
All right.
A ladies' teaching channel?
I'm trying to figure out how to copy the link from chat.
Hold on, I got you. I'll do it. I got
Okay.
you guys. Let me just do an email. Take me a second. Okay. Where are you, William?
This might work
There you
actually. Oh, I think I might have just pulled it off. Hang on. YouTube, your channel, live. Let me try to. Oh, here's a live one. And I'm going to go in the chat. Let me try to paste this and see if this works. Okay, I just pasted it. Now I'm going to go back on this computer and see if it actually worked.
Well, just email it to you through Tanaka.
Okay, and
Did that work?
okay, actually, what I just did work. I did a copy paste it from my phone into YouTube. Okay, the link is good. All right, guys, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
If
you
you
off.
guys wonder what that is, the name of it I chose for it is Or Haganuz. If you understand what that means, it means the hidden light, which I believe that's what I always say about the Torah. It's a hidden light of the language. That's why I named it that channel. The JMS stands for just Joe Mova Studies, I guess. I don't know what to call it.
Okay.
That's why I named it that. Okay.
Okay. Another comment on YouTube real fast. So at JOOO, I'm not sure what your name is, but I see your comment said you sent the email to the correct address, but you never got the lesson plan. There were so many emails. Like I said, we were really only expecting to have maybe, I don't know, 30 to 50 people who really wanted to learn, but there was like hundreds of people. So there are probably, if I had to guess, there's probably more than just dozens of people who never got a reply because it was just it was such a huge turnout. We did not expect that at all. So I'm sure that can be resolved. So just don't worry about it. Sit tight. For now, moving forward, there'll be clear instructions on how to gain all the lesson information moving forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna have, like I said, I'm putting in some work into this also as well to make you guys. I'm trying my hardest to make it as easy as possible for you guys. So trust me, it's not an easy thing to do, to teach something, because in my head I understand it all. So I have to look at this as if someone who knows nothing. So that's why I'm trying to make this. When I thought about how to present this to me, I believe this is the best and most fastest way and most visual way that you guys will get this quick. I'm pretty confident of that. With the way I'm showing you the letters and the actual sound in English and the way it. All right, hold on. So the next letter we're up to is tet. Okay. Tet is the equivalent in Hebrew. Tet is the number 9 because every single letter in Hebrew has is a numerical value, and the sound that it makes is T in our language. T. See that? Tet, T. You see it in the passage over here. And of course, it's cut off.
Yeah,
for some
it is
odd
cut
reason.
off. Okay.
Great.
It's okay.
But the word over there, I'll get. Why did it cut off? Great. There it is. I gotta stop it. There it is. Last one, it's Tov. There's a bet over here that's cut off. I have to check why that happened. I don't know why. I guess a slideshow app and I used.
Yep.
Blended it out bad, but here it is at the end. The tet. It's highlighted. You can see, and the word it is. Vayar Elohim et haor ki tov. Tet tov, which means good. Which I don't expect you guys to know, but just the letter again. Focus on the letter tet. Okay, this is the last letter I'm teaching you guys for today, and I'm gonna get right after this. I'm gonna go back right after I show this letter. I'm gonna go to the vowels to explain a little bit about them, just to get an idea of, because you just saw a bunch of stuff. I'm sure you're looking at the words and you're wondering what these little dots and all these weird little symbols on there are, and that's gonna be this little file, this little picture I'm about to show you. I'm gonna have it available to everyone to have, just so you have it. You don't have to draw those. I'll have a link with it, so you guys could all have it, and you just download them yourself, and you could have it, so you could just have it as a reference. So this letter is Yud, which it's actually letter number 10. Y would be the Y sound. And it's funny, if you read it like a Yod, it means hand. It's Yad technically. But that's how you spell Yud. And you have it over here in the Pasuk. Bain, right? Bain, Mayim, Lamayim. So you see the Yud, Bain, Mayim, the Mayim. Yud. You see, that's where the sound is. Mayim.
So you can hear the Y sound in each word.
Exactly. Okay. That's the letters for today.
So that's the first 10 of the 22.
The first 10
letters.
of
Yep.
exactly.
Very good.
I have sheets, by the way, as you like this, stuff like this.
Okay.
That's going to have all the letters for you guys to see. I think this one's good because it has both. I like the fact that it has the way they see it in the Torah and the script, the way they would have to learn how, if they want to write it. Because this is when you go to school, this is the way you teach mostly people how to write it. That's more for modern Hebrew, though. But, kill two birds with one stone. It's pretty much similar.
Right.
Right there. Okay, I want to get... So I just show you the 10 letters. These are all the letters itself. You see on top? Well, the reason why I like this, it has the actual names. See? Right on top. It tells you the sound. It's got a T. See, it shows you each one, what they're equivalent in our language. And on the bottom, okay, this is perfect. And it has all the symbols. Okay, so this is an important part right here. It's very important, the symbols. Hold on one sec. I need to get that up. I have too many freaking things on here. Where is it? There it is. So as you saw, as we were reading, we had all those, I was telling you guys to look for the letter inside the actual, I had it highlighted in there, and you were wondering, you see these little dots and stuff under, this one's like a plus sign, this one's like a minus, this looks like two periods next to each other. There's a reason for all this. Each one of these has different sounds, and each one of them has a name. I want everyone to get familiar with what each one of these are called. So, when you see the two dots downward this way, it's called a Shava.
Where are you pointing from? I don't see your own screen.
Oh, you don't see it?
Oh, now I see it. Okay, sorry. I've got the first 10 letters actually pulled up, like zoomed in close. So.
It's maybe because it's delay. It says 10-second delay.
No, it's not that. You're at the bottom. Sorry, I didn't see where your mouse was. Okay. All right.
Oh yeah.
Start over again. I got you.
You know what I should even do? No, I'm going to say I know what to do. So I'm going to talk to you about that. But you see here, you have the Shava. So let me when you see this, I want to actually have two things open at the same time so people could see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's even better. this is even better because it actually has the word. See, you have the shva. You see the 2 dots downward. You see like this is how you'd see on the letter. This is the letter bet. You see the 2 would be like that. It would be it's a vowel right over here, the shva sound, and it's the eh. That's the sound that comes out of this. Like this would be be with the da in the middle. It'd be sago. It'd be b. But
Now
it's
see,
EH.
now I'm a little confused, and you can clarify. This is where I get to learn some.
Okay, go
So,
ahead.
I was always taught that the shva literally is like a stop sign. It's like it doesn't have a vowel. You just say the b sound only. So the shva is like the saying shh, don't put a vowel there, right? So it's like b. But if
Yeah,
it had a
so it doesn't
segol
sound like
or a
it's-
tseri or something like that, then or a patak or a kamatz, then it would have a vowel. But otherwise, it's just a b, like the
It is, but
crisp.
it is still a shva. Is one of the vowel sounds. You have to see. It actually makes a sound
Oh, cool! I did not know
b.
that.
With the actual with the gesh. If it didn't say they didn't have that in the middle, it would still be. It's like a b sound.
But it just pronounces the sound of the actual consonant itself, like the b.
Correct. Exactly.
Right? Okay, got it. Cool.
When you see that plus sign, you should have started from the top of that. That one was on a different paper. So you see this on the Aleph is the sound. So whenever you see this under a letter, it's called a kamatz. So let me see if I could just pull something up on the side with this. Where's that video I had? Because I think I could show it better that way. I want to show them both at the same time. You see, I want to go over what we actually did. And here it is. All right, perfect. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Perfect. Could you guys see? Let me see how this looks on the screen. I don't know how this looks when I have it. I want to open up something side by side. Is that possible, William? Or
You can't. You can't. What you'll need to do is drag your. There's a quick way of doing it. If you'll grab the top gray bar of one of them.
Okay.
Okay, and now drag it all the way to the left side of your screen,
Right.
and then actually that was the top of the screen. Grab it. Just drag it to the like a center left side.
I got you. See, I want to have this open with what I had with the actual letters I showed them with the actual vowel thing. So when they can actually get familiarized with seeing how
Right.
it looks. You see like that? You see the symbol on there? I want to have this on the side of it.
Okay, 1 second. Let me get you back full screen here. Okay.
Actually, you know what? I think that's gonna be too much for them right now. I think I should stop at the first letters. I don't want to give people too much anxiety over this stuff.
Okay.
I want to. If anyone has questions right now, it's the best time to do that. I would think. So
Okay.
we have 15 minutes left, but I'm gonna put stuff more together. I have more time for on the reason why, like I said, we have that other channel they made is for you guys. So if someone doesn't, if I miss some stuff or something's not, if someone's even a little more, they want to know something else that they know, they can just ask it over there, and I'll be able to help you there. It'll be much easier that way.
Okay.
So we can do the actual class here. So, any questions on
Right.
it? And if they want more time, more help with it, that'll be that.
Do me a favor. Share your camera back with me again, and you can just hit stop sharing at the bottom. And then so what we'll do is, if you want, I'll open up the phone lines for a few minutes, and that way, if somebody has any direct questions to ask.
Sure.
Okay. Click. See, where's your stop?
Yeah,
sharing?
I'm getting back to it. Hold on a second.
Okay, cool. I'm going to open up the phone lines for now while you're doing
Stop
that.
sharing. Did that work? Yeah, I think it's not.
You're good. That's it right there. You're good. Okay,
All
so
right.
let me turn my... Okay, the phone line's open, 855-952-4553. If you have any questions or comments, one thing for me, like I said, I learned growing up is like some students learn well with some teachers and some different students don't learn well with the same teacher. So if you're finding complications, that's what the second YouTube channel will be for. And some of you this might fit right in with what you're used to hearing. So that's all good to go. Do we get the charts? Okay, it's Dave Marshall. So what we're going to do is we're going to wind up having to send, so he's going to create a link, and you guys can actually click on the link and actually download the chart and print it off yourself. Is going to be the best way that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna actually make, like today's class, for instance. So I showed you guys a lot of stuff. A lot of you are probably overwhelmed. Like I said, it's a process. That's why it's called a class, a course in it. I'm just basically, your most important thing I want you, like I said, to do is familiarize with every single letter in the actual. I want you to see, because remember, when you're reading Hebrew, you're firstly reading it from a different direction. You're not reading it from left to right, you're reading from right to left, and you're looking at pictures and images, which you have two different. Like I said earlier, the last video we had, you use two different parts of your brain, one for processing image, one for understanding. So this you actually have to use both, which makes it a little bit more interesting, more fun, and just interesting. I'm pretty confident that if you guys stick to it and you really, really want to learn it, there's nothing that you can't do. If my little 7-year-old kid's doing it, anyone could do it. If I did it, you could. If you could do it, it just takes. It's not that hard, to be honest. You know, it's much harder languages than this. It's not hard. It's just a lot of, I would say, work.
Right.
A lot of work and understanding stuff. If you get confused with something, that's what we're here for, to actually help you with that.
Very cool. So some of you guys actually saw the, let me get this off your screen first. The thumbnail image for the class Biblical Hebrew for Beginners. There's 2 Torah scrolls in the picture there. Did you see that, Joseph?
I did not. I didn't have time. I was preparing this.
Are you? Do you have your YouTube channel open up? So
no,
it's actually on screen now. So actually, number one, both of those Torah scrolls are mine actually, and that picture was taken in my house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So the small one is actually a training scroll, which you will see the small vowel marks that you see, the nikudot. You'll see those in there.
Nice.
And the larger Torah scroll, you won't see any vowels at all. It's just simply all the consonants. It's a beautiful thing. So, and as you move on, you'll be able to begin to drop the vowels yourself. And the way I like to explain it to people sometimes is like if you could type a message to any of your family members, even your kids, and type a paragraph out, and then go back and delete all the vowels out of the entire paragraph. Remove all the vowel symbols or the vowel letters, and they can scan it and read it. And by the time they see it a second time, they can tell you exactly what it says, because you don't need vowels. Vowels are helpers. And so with Hebrew, the nikudot are like training wheels. So they train you how to read through context. And so you'll find out that those are very key in understanding how to read the language. But once you get it, the nikudot will no longer be necessary. So
share your screen with me for a sec. I want to show something to the people for a sec.
Sure. Go ahead and share your screen again. I'll put it back up.
Yeah, because I was someone mentioning this. I want to know if this would be easier for people also.
Okay.
Maybe because the next class also in here, I could institute this in there. Share screen. All right. Let me know when you got it.
Okay, got it. Go ahead now. Now make whatever you want to share full screen, and we'll be good to go.
All right. So someone was asking for, you want me to show you guys how to actual.
Now that's script, right? Is that what you call it?
Yeah. But hold on. How to actually write the letters, right? You guys were asking to see. So you think it'd be easier if I actually show you guys, like something like that?
Yeah. There you go. Cool.
I'm saying, would that be easier for them to do?
Go for it.
See, I'm not good with
that's technically an Aleph.
No, it's not.
Well, it's supposed to be, right? Hey, writing with the mouse is not easy.
It's not easy.
Not easy at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so you write. I'll call it what I think it is. So that looks like a chaf.
No, it's not.
What is that? Oh, you're not done yet.
No. I can't. I need to make it thicker somehow. That's the thing. I can't write. Maybe the brushes. Hold on. If I get it thicker, it'll be easy. Oh, there we go. That's what I needed. That's not a chaf. It's a bit. Is it down in the middle?
Oh, so it's a different font. Okay, so here's what I think. Rather than go, because to me this looks totally different than what we just saw.
Than that, yeah, because I can't.
So as to avoid any confusion, we'll.
No, you know what? I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna learn how to. I'm gonna get a pen for it and do it because I can't do it with a mouse. That's the truth.
Okay, cool. Okay,
but
maybe we can do that for the next.
Is that what you guys wanted? Is that you wanted me to do it that way? That's what I asked.
I wonder if I can
actually write it out as I do it. Would that make it help people see it if I actually draw it?
Do me a favor, Joseph. Pull up your YouTube channel, because I'm going to try something on my side because I'm a little bit more friendly with the. Hold on, let me close this out. I'm going to open up something here on my side. Where is that right there? That's what I want to see right there. Okay, so I just pulled this up to cover. Let me close this out here, and let's bring this in full screen, and pull this in the center. Okay, so I'm gonna just see if this works. So for me, first let's increase the pencil size. Okay, so I don't know what. There it is right there. Okay, so for me, this is how I write the Aleph.
Hold on, let me see.
Okay. And then, so that would be my way of writing the Aleph. Okay. And now.
What are you doing with the mouse?
Yeah, I did it with the mouse. Okay.
I can't do it with the mouse. I don't know.
Okay,
I need to write it out.
Here's how I get the bet.
No, it looks right. It looks close. It looks good.
So this is the bet. Now again, it's really not easy. Okay, sorry, it's not supposed to be zigzag. It's supposed to be a straight line. But anyway, this is the bet. And then if you wanted, actually, this is a vet. If you wanted to have a bet, then you would have a dot in the center, right?
That is correct.
Okay. And
that would be the but in the middle. You need the guess in the middle, correct?
The gimel is like a shorter top version, right? Like this, like a vav, but it's got a little
curve
boot on it, right?
Yeah.
So that would be the gimel. Okay. And then the
dalet.
And
you got to make 2 feet.
Don't forget dalet would be.
Yeah, it's close enough.
The dalet would be like
Look at you,
it overhangs. It's like got a little overhanging part on this side, right? And then let's go back. And then the hay would be like that, like this, except it doesn't overhang. It's like a curve. Like right here is like more of a curve. It's not. It doesn't have to be a curve. It just can't have an overhang. And the hay has got like a little opening right here. Is a little bit of an opening. And then it starts here, and different fonts will have this little curve.
Yeah.
And
I can write it really nice with my hand. I don't know. I was never good at drawing with the mouse.
Mice are not easy. So that was the hay. So I'm gonna do side by side for the viewer. So like for me, I could see this is a hay, like that, and like this, or you could just simply go like this. And it's the same. As long as it doesn't have a foot on it here or an overhanging here, which would create confusion for different letters. So, okay, now let's go. Okay, there's that. So that was hay. What's the next letter? Aleph, hay, vav, letter vav, right? And so the vav would just be a short. Oh, let me get down here. A short, just like a little single stroke. Sorry, it's crooked as heck, but it's supposed to be a straight line from here to here.
Yes, Aaron. It's very important to know.
Right. Okay. And then it says a vav, and then the Zion. Where's my back arrow again? There it is right there. Okay, and the Zion. Why am I drawing a blank on the Zion?
The Zion's like a backwards.
Why am I drawing a blank on the Zion? That's retarded. Anyway, so you kind of see the motion there.
The Zion looks like the same thing like a vav, but a little zigzag in it.
Isn't that like the? This is the Zion, right?
Think of the vav.
No, it's a Sadi. Never mind.
It goes a little crooked. It's like a 7, like with a little. Yeah, I have it up on the picture. If you have the share screen.
All right, 1 second. Let me minimize this here.
No, it's a tzaddik, bro.
Oh, where's the Zion? Okay, vavs. Oh, yeah. It is kind of like a vav. Okay, cool. Man, I cannot believe I drew a blank on that. That's really bizarre. That shows how long it's been since I actually wrote that. So the Zion, the easiest way to draw the Zion would be, come on, get up there. Is just a simple. Straight down and then like this. That's just a simple form of it, right?
Yeah, that'd be tzaddik.
It's like a. This is it, right? Zion.
Hold on. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I would say so. It's like it's crooked T a little bit.
Okay,
yeah.
and then the chet would be like the hay. If you remember,
with a little. Yeah.
If you remember, the hay was like
a complete hay. Basically, it wouldn't be any separation.
The hay was here, but to make a chet, you would make that connect to there.
Oh, Aaron, be patient, my friend.
So
you're going to understand everything. It takes time. I can't teach a beginner's class and have people understand. It doesn't work like that, my dude.
So this is the hay.
You got to be patient.
And that's the chet.
That's the goal, Aaron, for everyone to be able to read it at the end. But it's not going to happen overnight.
Chet. Hey. Chet. Okay, cool. Okay. And then the tet. Oh yeah, the tet looks like the whale. To me the tet looks like a whale. Like it's got the tail here, and it's got the big old curve like this. And it looks
when I do that, I'm going to show everyone how to write that. When I do it
that was one of my most complicated letters to learn. So the tet
I'm gonna get this pen that they sell. I know that they have this pen that I could draw on the screen with. It'll make my life easier.
So if you look at this right here,
nice.
so the line, so you can see the top here. This is important for the yud. So this is like the top of the line, which would reach here, and this would be the bottom of the line, to reach here. Some letters extend below, some go above, like the lamed. The yud would just simply be like this part. Not really, but it's like that part. It's just simply at the top, a little curve like that. That's all.
What's interesting about the yud that people don't realize this? If you look at the he, right? The he, as you guys say, but as far as we say he, it has the actual. It has a yud in it and a resh. You see that?
Okay, so here you go. So you said letter chet would be like this. There's the yud, and then
no, not the chet.
And then here's the resh.
The he, not the chet, bro.
What
the letter he.
Okay, so letter
he. Letter.
Well, letter he is...
He is number 5.
I went too high. Sorry. So here's the letter he.
Correct.
Right?
You got it right. That's how you got it right. And then you put the yud goes there, exactly.
Yeah, so this part here would be the yud.
It's actually, when you spell God's name, it's also, you have all his letters in the same name.
So this is kind of like the yud part here.
Yeah.
This whole thing here.
That's would be that long, but yeah.
Would be the resh. You said they had a letter resh in it, right?
Also. Correct.
Right. So.
See, so all the letters basically are sort of
cool
intertwined in the language a lot of ways. They all, like, if you draw them out, a lot of them, they could be, if you take certain parts away, it looks like a different letter. So that's why it's not that difficult. Once you see them, you get more familiarized with them, you'll notice that. Not all of them, but a lot of them are.
Gotcha. Cool.
Larry.
All right, do you want to go ahead and share your video?
In the script, every letter starts with a yud.
In a way, a lot of them do.
Yeah.
A lot of them do, yeah. They kind of begin with that yud stroke at the very top.
Yeah, they all start like that, sort of. Not every.
Larry Beck, you asked a question. Actually, hey, Joseph, would you go ahead and share your video screen again? Your full video?
Oh, the video that I put up?
No, your video camera feed.
Sorry.
Like we're at the top of the hour now, so there we go. And just stop sharing your screen.
I want to go over everything, though, what I just did. I want to explain everything. I want to explain to people what just happened.
Okay, go for it.
So, what we did today, basically, I want to go a little overview of what we did today. Today's main point, like I said, going over this, I'm saying this multiple times because this is the importance of it, is that I want you guys to understand the actual way the letters look. We went through the first 10 letters. We went through Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud. We went through all those. Right? I want you. I don't care. I don't want you guys to even think about the vowel sounds right now. To be honest, don't even think about that. That was just for you to see, but don't think about that. You have to if you want to learn something, you have to train yourself to actually be familiarized first with what you're trying to learn is. Understand? There's a certain way of. I did a lot of research on how to like teach this over, the best way to get it to understand the language itself. And I'm telling you guys, if you listen to me on this, that you guys will definitely succeed at it. But in this pattern, if you feel a little confused now, don't worry about it. It's your first lesson hearing it. But the most important thing, like I said, is I want you to actually go through the actual letters and look at them. Try to memorize what they look like. All of them. We did the first 10 today. I don't want you to start with the first 10. Whatever we did today, I want you to actually look at those letters. If whoever got the index cards, right, and you can, if you know how to trace, or if you know, or whatever it is, if you just to the best of your ability to write it out, write the actual numerical value of it, like 7, would be Zion, right, and then the Z sound, the Z sound, exactly the way I described. Do all that. So this way, when you look at it, you'll see the letter Z and Zion like that. You'll see Aleph with A. When you see them together at the same exact time, your brain will start creating a pattern to remember it into the way you understand it. Does that make sense to you people?
Cool.
Or no?
A few comments and thoughts would be maybe we can get into the vowels at a later time and just work on strictly just the Aleph base and go.
Yeah. That's why I said I said don't focus on the vowels.
Yes.
Right now.
Honestly, guys, this first show really is kind of it's a beginner level, but it's also kind of a teaser as to what's to come as well.
Exactly.
So,
I'm going to get more nitty gritty to the actual letters. I'm not going to be focusing on the vowels just yet.
That'll work.
I'm gonna start getting the vowels. I'm gonna start moving on to the vowel part. Once you guys understand that, when everyone's confident that they say they actually recognize the letter, like, yeah, you want to be quizzed? I can give you guys quizzes. I'll put a letter on the screen and see if you guys know what it is. If that's what you want. Whatever helps you out. That's the point of this whole thing.
That'll work. And getting your feedback is good, Joe. Very welcome to feedback. If you'd rather have a certain way of teaching, put it in here. Now, we can't match everybody's taste because everybody will have different ideas, but we can certainly use your comments to really buff this thing to make it really workable for everybody. So, next class will be next week, Dave Marshall. Same time, same place.
I'm going to keep you guys keep the other channel that I created for this. It's going to be linked for this. So, like, this is going to be for stuff people need more help. I'm going to do stuff in between during the week, like on any day of the week, whenever anytime, at any point, any time. So look out for that if someone's more interested in that. But yeah, the classes will be here on Wednesdays.
Very good. So, yeah, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Weekly. If something happens where we can't do it, then we'll let you just follow me on YouTube. In fact, if you're on YouTube, you want to turn on notifications, and when you do that, there's three options. There's three bells. One will have like there'll be like a high, medium, and low levels of notifications. So turn on all notifications. So if something happens and we reschedule for some reason, you get notified there. If you're on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. I'll put everything there as well. And that way you never miss a beat on anything. So there could be times where we maybe miss a show, and maybe Joseph and I do a pre-recording of it, and I'll air it live the next day. There's different possibilities. So. All right, well, that's going to wrap us up for tonight. Joseph, thank you for taking the time out of your schedule and your... Get back over here.
Oh, shoot. You heard that?
I did.
That's what I've been dealing with all week.
Oh, it's thunder.
Yeah.
Rainstorms. I got you. Wow, nice.
Doesn't end.
All right. Okay, guys, thank you for your time. Really appreciate everything. Joseph, thank you so much, sir, and we will see you same time, same place, Hashem willing, next week, and you guys should have a great week. And we'll see you on the other side. Peace out, everybody. Thank you.
חשוב מכל חשוב והכרחי להיות ביחד